and welcome to the Lenovo Work Reborn podcast, where we explore how technology, AI, and cybersecurity are reshaping the way we work. This segment of our tour, we are back at it again, live in London, interviewing top IT leaders. Each episode, we're going to bring you insights from real leaders and industry experts on how organizations can navigate today's challenges and unlock tomorrow's opportunities. From making sense of complex data, to simplifying IT environments, to delivering real business outcomes, Lenovo is helping businesses of every size reimagine what's possible. Join us as we dive into the future of work. Work Reborn. Let's go. Hello, my name is Rita. Welcome to the Lenovo Work Reborn podcast live. Today I have a guest here. We're going to talk about our recent research findings where we interviewed over 600 CISO and IT leaders alike about AI and cybersecurity. So welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
Would you mind introducing yourself, who you are and what you do?
Yeah, I'm Nik Levantis. I work for the marketing department of Obrela,
Fantastic.
cybersecurity company.
Fantastic. And where is Obrela based out of?
We have a HQ in London. We have several offices across Europe and Middle East.
Oh, fantastic. Wonderful. Well, let's go ahead and get started with some of the fun facts that we pulled from a report. First topic is we found that nearly half of the respondents from our report said that they use AI extensively in endpoint security, but the adoption rates were much lower in certain areas like threat analysis and data protection. What do you think is holding teams back from going all in across security domains?
Well, it's uncharted territory.
Right.
AI is revolutionizing everything. It's a great weapon for attackers. It's also a great defense that we can use, defense mechanisms. I guess trust is the most important thing. So many teams are resilient in adopting AI tools and new tools unless they know they can trust the outcomes. And that's where usually expertise comes to save the game. So it's up to a great team of experts, threat analysts that can help you
To
help
empower,
provide
right.
yes, reliable services and make sure they always control the tool and the capabilities instead of just a black box that you don't know how it works.
Right. I also find that, yes, trust is important. There were also some other cybersecurity concerns that we found that were noted within the report. Leakage of company data and IP, 70% of leaders said that was a concern. Others said customer data was a concern, 70%. Business interruption, 49%. Theft, extortion, regulatory penalties, and reputational risk. These are all very valid concerns. Other than the trust aspect, which of these concerns keeps you up at night the most,
Well,
or what you're working on within your company?
I'm not that concerned because we take measures, of
Right.
course. Generally speaking, business interruption is something really serious we should all consider when using AI tools because most of the times we don't know the consequences. It's something totally new. It's a mindset shift, so we need to think differently, and we are used into following patterns and routines while we're using a very different tool. So it will very easily disrupt our operations within any company. So we need to be aware of that.
And isn't that important? I mean, business interruption, like we need to be able to service our clients internally, externally, our employees. If that's a concern, it is one because we need to be able to operate.
Yes, exactly. That's for every company, for any organization, whatever they do. Even, at a personal level, many people don't understand that using an AI tool, they're providing the data, they're providing many things that they consider are kept locked down in a room while they're exposing themselves. So when it comes to businesses and organizations, operations internally, from the simplest thing can be radicalized. It's something different. The same way that AI can replace many humans in many job titles, the work that many humans do, it can also create disruptions in the processes and the internal procedures. So we need to be aware, especially when we are serving others.
Right. And I think the positive side of that, though, is if properly implemented, if leadership has buy in, if there's training, it could be used for good. We actually found that over 80% of our respondents agreed that predictive and proactive IT is a key to a great employee experience. So there are ways that we could use it to enhance that employee experience. What would invisible IT look like in your organization? So maybe the things that our employees don't want to do that AI helps with to empower them to do the work they actually want to do.
Yeah, that's when you get the ownership. When you have the ownership of the tool and the new techniques and the new capabilities of AI, then you feel much more secure to use it and implement it in many ways. Invisible IT would be something like the new way that we replace passwords instead of, which is an inconvenience for most of us, having to remember all these passwords. So using various techniques from biometrics, you can have machines understand that you're a human before you even take action and say something about it. Before you provide a password, they can tell from a camera. So invisible IT is serving your needs without you acting or without you needing to do something that is complicated. But of course, it needs to have been, let's say, programmed, designed in a secure way, in a reliable way, and it needs to be tested for its purpose.
Right. But I think that's a great example that you provided because that's a type of task that's menial or redundant. Oh, we have to give a password. Here we go again, type of a thing that can distract us from work that leads to innovation or creative ways to enhance the business, right?
Yeah.
So, on a different topic, to go further into the invisible IT, there is some complexity in that, like you were talking about. It has to be
Yes.
programmed or tested. So, we found that complex and fragmented IT support systems are the most common barrier to achieving that invisible IT. So, how do you, or you at your team, your company, how do you approach untangling that complexity
Yeah, I won't talk specifically for my company, but in general,
in general?
that's the that's the workload we need to do before applying something new, before using a new tool. It's usually, it's like when you want to build a house, you first need to understand what are your needs, how many bathrooms you want, how many bedrooms you want. You want a
Right.
big kit. So we have to do something. It's not magic. So that's complexity. And to make progress, we need to first get down and understand what is the purpose, what we are working for, what's the point of all, the business, what is the business all about. Making things simpler helps when you need to apply a new tool. And dealing with complexity, especially in our time that nothing is predictable, everything is unpredictable to be.
That is true.
Yeah.
What is predictable is that it is
Yeah,
unpredictable.
yeah, exactly. Unpredictability is part of the process now. So
Right.
complexity is also a key element of in everything we do. Keeping it simple, especially in the times of AI that, machines take over a lot of the workload. We need to know why we're doing what we're doing. And this will also help reduce complexity, or it will help us be more decisive in complex environment, in uncharted territories. So getting to know why you do what you do, it's key in managing complexity.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to give these wonderful real world examples and, talking about the work that we found here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you as well.
If anyone is interested in learning more about the findings from the report, make sure you check out the QR code or the link below, and we will catch you on the next podcast interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Lenovo Work Reborn podcast. To learn more about how Lenovo is helping organizations transform with AI, cybersecurity, and smarter IT solutions, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next conversation. And also, we'd love to hear from you. Make sure to leave a comment with any other questions that you would like us to discuss on our next episodes. See you next time.
Lenovo.